The thyroid gland is part of the endocrine system, which is one of the most important regulatory systems of our organism, along with the nervous system and the immune system. It regulates our metabolism, blood pressure, water homeostasis, and many other functions necessary for survival. Endocrine cells secrete hormones.
Hey!
They can be found scattered in organs, for example, the juxtaglomerular cells of the kidneys, or arranged in groups forming a specialized endocrine organ, such as the thyroid gland or the adenohypophysis. These endocrine cells are always found in very close proximity with capillaries and nerves. The capillaries are responsible for absorption of the hormones, while the nerves are responsible for regulation of their secretion. The capillaries are fenestrated capillaries, which allows for even better and faster absorption of the hormones. Endocrine glands are of two types, trabecular and follicular. In trabecular glands, the secretory cells are arranged in irregular cords, and the secretion is stored within the cells. Most of the endocrine glands are of this type of arrangement. Some examples are the adenohypophysis and the adrenal glands. In follicular glands, the secretory cells are arranged in circular structures called follicles. Their secretion is stored within the colloid that they surround. The main gland in this arrangement is the thyroid gland. Now let's talk about today's topic, the thyroid gland. First, we need to review a bit of anatomy. The thyroid gland is located in the anterior neck, surrounding the lower larynx and the upper trachea. You can actually palpate it under the thyroid cartilage, and if it's hypertrophied due to a pathology, you can also see it with the naked eye. It consists of two lobes, which are connected by the isthmus, and sometimes there might also be a third lobe, the pyramidal lobe. Now let's get into the histology. The outermost layer of the thyroid is the fibrous capsule, which is made out of dense collagenous connective tissue. This capsule sends septa into the gland, dividing it into lobules. Between these lobules, we can find the stroma, which is the interstitial connective tissue and contains many capillaries. The thyroid gland contains two types of cells, follicular cells and parafollicular or C cells. As we already said, the thyroid gland has a follicular arrangement, which means that it contains follicles. These follicles are the basic structural and functional unit of this gland. They are lined with simple cuboidal epithelial cells and contain colloid. These epithelial cells are the follicular cells, and they produce the hormones T3 and T4. The colloid is a gel-like substance which stores these hormones. The second type of cells are the parafollicular or C cells. They are located between the follicles and they are not in contact with the colloid. They are much less in number compared to the follicular cells, and they produce the hormone calcitonin. C cells, calcitonin cells, did you get it? Anyways, now for the functions of these hormones. We know now that the follicular cells produce T3, or triiodothyronine, and T4, or thyroxine. The function of these hormones are numerous. To name a few, they are responsible for growth and development of the bones, increasing basal metabolic rate, and increasing heart rate and contractility. We also know that the parafollicular or C cells produce calcitonin. The function of calcitonin is to decrease the calcium concentration in the blood. So that's all from the thyroid for today. Thanks for watching.